find in Tanakh rather often that names of personalities are doubled. Yaakov, Yaakov. Avram, Avram. And we also find in this week's Parsha of Shemos, in the context of the snare, that when Hashem Yisbarach communicates with Moshe Rabbeinu, the Torah says, Vayomer Moshe, Moshe, Vayomer Hineni. His name is also double. There's a fundamental distinction between the doubling of Moshe Rabbeinu's name and that of other names in Tanakh. And this is noted by Rab Chaim Balozhina in Nefesh HaChaim. Namely, that all of us have two different states. One is what the Ramban in the beginning of Bereshis calls the Bekoach state, our potential, what we're able to achieve, and the other is Befoal, what we actually achieved. Often there's a gap between the Bekoach and Bepoal. Obviously, with reference to the Avos HaKadoshim, to Abraham and Yaakov, the gap was very small, but there was still a gap, because one never actualizes one full potential. However, says Rab Chaim Volozhin, vis-a-vis Moshe Rabbeinu, his full potential was actualized. And therefore, even though sometimes there's a necessity between the two names to pause, the pause indicating that there's a gap, that the potential was not realized fully and totally, with reference to Moshe Rabbeinu, it is read beretzef. It is read in a very consecutive kind of way, as a continuum, because here with Moshe Rabbeinu there is no gap between his potential and his actualization of that potential. He realized his potential 100% fully, without any gap between. The Gemara has in the first paragraph of Sanhedrin, the Gemara speaks about a group of Tanoim who were sitting together, and a Baskol emerged and said that one of you is Roy Shetishol of Shchina Kim Moshe Rabbeinu, Elashein Hador Roy Lekach. You have the capacity in this group, one of you, that the Shechina should in effect be able to hone in on you, similar to Moshe Rabbeinu. But unfortunately, the door is not Roy Lekach. On the side of the Gemara it says that some Girsos excise the language of Kim Moshe Rabbeinu. That is taken out. Why? They write, Mehatam HaYodua. From the reason that's well known. Because one of the Ikrei Amunah, as we know, there are two Ikrei Amunah that the Rambam counts among Yugim Likarim. One is Shahakel Menabias B'nei Ha'adam, that the concept of Nevuah, prophecy, is extant, is operative, that Hashem communicates with human beings. And the second, of course, is V'lokam Navi Obi Yisrael Kemoshe Asher Yidor Hashem Panim Al Panim. The way the Torah ends at the end of his Osa Bracha. That the Nevuah of Moshe Rabbeinu was sui generis, distinctive, absolutely unlike any other Nevuah. And in a similar vein, we see that at the end of Parshas Baloscha, in the context of the Lashon Hara spoken by Miriam and Aaron against Moshe Rabbeinu, and Hashem indicates to them, even though they thought that they're perhaps to be equated with Moshe Rabbeinu, the Rambam writes in Tumas Savas, that the Chet was Shehishvaso L'Shar Nevi'im, and the way the Marimim, so many Rishonim learn Pshat, that was the issue, and Hashem responds to Miriam and Aaron, you are mistaken. You're operating on the egregious error. The nature of Moshe Rabbeinu's Nevuah is markedly different than Shar Nevi'im. So therefore, back to the Gemara in Sanhedrin, how could we write that one of you has the ability that Shetisha Olav Shchina Kim Moshe Rabbeinu? That's not possible. But there are those who do have the Girsa, and Hagoyin Atzadik Abuchana Basamin Zechatzadik B'Kadosh Tibracha, he explains in the Kevis Ma'amorim what exactly does the Gemara mean. And he points out, based on the Radak at the beginning of Sefer Yoshua, where the Radak comments on, the Pasuk said, beginning of Yoshua, Moshe Abdi Mes. And the Radak says, what is an Eved Hashem? Moshe is called the Eved Hashem, par excellence, Vayom Hashem, Moshe Eved Hashem. Eved Hashem is someone, as we know, the Gemara says, by Neved Knani, Kol Mashikon Eved, Kana Rabo, and Eved belongs to his master. The way the Rishonim write in Kedushin and elsewhere, the Ritva, the Ramban, there's both a Kinyan Isur, Kinyan Mamon, it has different aspects to it. But the fact of the matter is that an Eved Kanani is completely owned by his master. An Eved Hashem is someone who utilizes all his Kishronis for Avodas Hashem. 100%. There's not one Kishoron that's not directed to that purpose. Kol Mashikon Eved Kana Rabo. Moshe Rabbeinu there is the Eved Hashem par excellence. So when the Gemara says in Sanhedrin, the first parak, that the group of people were sitting, and the Baskol came down and said, Roy, that one of them is worthy, that he should be zoned to Ashuras Hashchina, Kim Moshe Rabbeinu,